Hello, my name is Philip. I study a Master of Marketing here at IMC. I've been in Australia for about 2.5 years and I've been working in the same company since then, this company called Alsco, where I am the team leader. Today for this class, I'd like to talk about the ethic concerns in the specialty coffee supply chain. So let's talk about the first player in this chain. The farmers are in charge of the first step of the production of the coffee. So they are in charge of picking the cherries from the trees, taking care of the soil, the trees, all along 2 years before of getting their first harvest. So the amount of effort in this step or on the shoulders of this first player are huge. They are the people in charge of keeping the product in a very high quality conditions. The exporters are in the middle of the farmers and the countries that buy the coffee. So if they are paying $100 per 20 kilograms of coffee, they are selling it 3 or 4 times the actual price that they are paying. So what's happening in this situation is that the farmers are not getting a fair amount of money versus the effort that they put harvesting the coffee. So they are not getting access to a good education or a good health insurance because they are not being paid fairly. The third key player are the distributors. They are companies all around the world buying the coffee beans to the exporters in countries as mine. So the responsibility of these companies must be look for sustainable coffee, not just only sustainable coffee in terms of environment, but in terms of fair trade for the coffee farmers. So in most of the situation, this company are focused on the revenue or the profit rather than a sustainable business or a sustainable trade among this supply chain. And they are selling the coffee to the roasters. The roasters are in charge of roasting the coffee, and there are two kinds of coffee roaster, a huge and a commercial one, and the specialty coffee. The commercial one are not focused necessarily in the quality or the traceability of the coffee or the sustainability. The most of the occasion, the specialty coffee roasters are focused not only in the quality but in the traceability and ensuring that they are paying a fair amount of money to sometimes even directly to the farmers because they are focused in the traceability, in the sustainability, and they actually put it in the bags. Like in this, they are putting in here that they pay 81% more than the rest of the competitors for this specific coffee. So these coffee roasters as Stitch Coffee here in Australia or Ona or Single O, they are looking for a sustainable supply chain in the coffee. And this led us with the last player in this supply chain, that they are the coffee shop or distributors or online shops or the brands that put their coffee in a supermarket shelf. The amount of marketing effort in this company is huge. They are paying a lot of marketing expenses in order to get to the consumers the coffee the consumers are looking for. So the expenses in this company are huge in terms of marketing and also the profit. Sometimes the profit for these companies is 30% that the whole price of the coffee. As you can see in this chart, there are two lines. The first line is the effort along the supply chain in the second line is the amount of money. As you can see, they are opposite, and it's supposed to be that they increase or decrease in the same way. But the amount of effort of the coffee farmers are huge, but the actual profit is not that huge. But the amount of effort in the last player of the supply chain is very small, but the profit is huge. So this is a clear unfair trade along the supply chain coffee. So our responsibility as consumers is buying or drinking coffee in coffee shops that ensure the sustainability or the traceability along the supply chain, because we are paying $4.50 or $5 per coffee, but the farmers are receiving only 5% of that price. So the actual profit is going to companies where the amount of effort along the supply chain is not actually huge. So when you buy coffee or when you drink coffee, just make sure that you are paying to the right roaster, to the right exporters, to the right distributors, and it's very easy to find. It's just going to the website, or even if you check the back of the coffee, they say actually in some cases how much they pay for the bag. So it is important to make sure about what we are consuming in the coffee industry, because this is a huge and multi-millionaire market, and it's our responsibility making sure that the people in the beginning of the process are receiving a fair amount of money for their efforts. Thank you.